In January 2014, Turtle Rock Studios announced the brand new game, Evolve. A game tackling a new type of genre, a game that's focused on asymmetrical gameplay experience. One person versus four. In the future, we now know that this type of gameplay style is fun and engaging and actually successful. But in early September of 2018, Evolve sadly was shut down. Now, Noah, you might be asking, how was this game shut down? How can a video game be shut down? Well, if your game is focused on an online experience, there's a massive chance that in the future, your game will be dead. Hello, I'm Noah Price, your Christian gamer. I love RPGs and JRPGs, and today we're going on an adventure to play through Evolve and showcase its experience and what was it like to play this game. Now, it is a dead game, so this is going to be a little bit different than the other games I've covered before, but yeah, Evolve is a game that I loved so much when it came out. I enjoyed this experience of playing the monster and fighting and growing and being stronger than your other players, or on the other side, being the underdogs, of being the hunters and joining together to hunt down your monster. But trying to play the game today, in the fact that you really cannot play this game today, is really sad. It's a bummer. There's many games out there like Legend of Zelda, Mario, iconic classic games that if you were to tell somebody that, oh yeah, that's a great game, but you can't go play that, something about that just feels wrong. It's to have some kind of art piece that you can't experience. And why is it that a game maybe like Legend of Zelda, the first one, and Mario can still be played today and Evolve can't? Well, that's because it's an online focused game. A game that requires servers to be up. And servers, they cost money. Not all companies, or in this case specifically, a publisher named 2K, doesn't want to support. So while there's better videos out there today of people literally breaking down the process of what happened with Evolve, what happened to its slow decline, and its many problems that it did make, and obviously what the publishers did to force this game to die. But today what we're doing is we're going to focus on the game. What was Evolve? And what was it like to play it? Let me take you on this adventure. Evacuation. I like that they did this. I wish they would have done a little bit more with it, but it's fine. So play 5 missions in a dynamic campaign where different game modes are played and the environment is affected by winning and losing. You can change the difficulty at any time. It's very fun. Gives almost like a story mode, and it has the hunt, the arena, and defend modes in it. I love it. There's custom match play, a game with modified rules. Never done this. We might try this out later on if we play more of this, and then we could replay the tutorial. Let's do the tutorials. Right off the bat for the hunters, there are 4 different classes that you have to choose from. You have the medic, which focuses on healing the group and reviving them. You have the sports, which, as it sounds, is all about buffing and debuffing either the monster or your teammates, boosting them up, giving them bigger shields, or helping out in a weird techie way like putting down turrets. You then have the assault class, which, as it makes sense, all you're doing is focusing on damage. And then the last class is probably my favorite, and that has to be the trapper. This is the one that focuses the most on scouting. Probably my favorite character is Crow, for example. He literally has a little bat friend that he sends out to actually try to find the monster. And each of these classes, each individual has different abilities that's unique to just them. But each of them do share one ability that's tied to the class. So like for the medics, it's a healing. The supports, it's a cloaking to cloak all your allies. The assaults have a little shield that protects them from taking more damage. And the trappers, probably the most important, has a actual dome which helps with trapping the monster. I'm not going to go in depth of every single individual character just because honestly it's going to take a long time to do that. But just take my word that a lot of these characters have a lot of charm to them that I honestly just really enjoy and love a lot. But in the tutorial for the hunters, we start off as Markov, just a classic vanilla assault class. But right off the bat, the tutorial does show us like how to jump around, how to use our jetpack, because you have a jetpack. Every character has a jetpack, and it's actually really important. It's your best way of maneuvering around this map. Honestly, it feels great. It's weird that you have a dodge roll literally tied to your jetpack. I like it, but also it does mean that you could easily eat up a lot of your jetpack meter, and you kind of want to keep an eye on that. The game shows off that, hey, we have a weapon, we have a gun, we could kill wildlife. Because yes, not only do hunters have to worry about the normal monster that they're hunting, but they also have to worry about the wildlife. Does it seem fair? I don't know, maybe not. But for the Soul class specifically, we also have a separate weapon, a lightning gun that's like better for different use cases. Like it works for groups. So if you're running into a bunch of monsters, maybe use your lightning gun. And as you can probably kind of notice, we don't actually have ammo, but everything's kind of based of a recharge mechanism when you use it all. The game then shows us that there are some monsters that if you kill them, you actually get a buff from. They're a little bit stronger and a little bit meaner to deal with, but they do help with boosting yourself up if you want to buff before the big fight. The game then shows us how to revive your units because, yep, that's something that's going to be important when you're, as a hunter, dealing with the monster. Another big component that we learn in the game's tutorial is following tracks. The monster, unless they are sneaking, they will leave tracks for the hunters to follow. Now, there's other things to actually alert us to where the monster is, like some birds, but this is a big part of actually finding the monster. And then, yeah, the tutorial just gives us the monster for us to kill, which, honestly, we just delete. With the Hunter's tutorial out of the way, time to show you the monsters. Now, just like the hunters, I'm not going to go through every single one, but there's a lot of fun, unique monsters. We have Goliath, which is kind of the main staple, the poster child of this game. He kind of feels like a weird mix between King Kong and Godzilla, in my opinion, which I love so much. We then got Kraken, which is like the weird Cthulhu monster that can fly around. You have Wraith, which is literally just slivers from Magic the Gathering. It's basically like an assassin type monster compared to the rest that can like jump in, grab a dude, leave, use decoys. We then have Behemoth, which is just a big old rock monster which can sonic roll around, which is fun. And then last of the monsters released from the DLC is Gorgon, which is basically just a spider monster that can make some minions, but it's a little bit more weaker on the side. This was honestly probably my least favorite of the monsters, but still was a good addition because, as you could already tell, all these monsters are very unique, and I love that. As mentioned with Goliath being the poster child of this game, we do start off in this tutorial as Goliath. We learn how to jump around and how to climb. Climbing is super essential for this character. Climbing is super essential for all characters, just traverse the map. There is like a little cooldown on our little movement options. We basically get 3 jumps right now as Goliath. For different monsters like Krakens, we'll see later on, theirs actually involve flying, and it's just a good way of traversing the map as the monster. The tutorial then shows us how to just kill other wildlife. See, the monster has 3 different stages. This game's called Evolve for a reason, and we need to be eating monsters in order to fill up our gauge in order to evolve. You start off at stage 1 and you are the weakest you could ever be. The hunters at this point actually could probably kill you if they find you at this stage. So you really want to be trying to hide away from the hunters early on in order to evolve. And as we evolve, we get to see that, yes, you have some flexibilities with your monster. You have 4 different move sets, but you get to pick what slots and how strong you want to make each move. Where do you want to spend your points? This concept alone is fun. I think it does a great job of giving you a little bit more flexibility, and each time you play the game, just deciding of what do you want to lean into more. Do you want to throw rocks harder, or do you want to use your fire breath? And that's basically all you really need to know right off the bat for the monster. The game doesn't really show you how to smell, it doesn't show you that you should sneak around to hide your footprints, but basically that's all you really need to know for the monster in order to kill your prey, aka the hunters. But that is the tutorial in a nutshell. Now, luckily, the tutorial is not the only thing that I can show you today. Luckily, there is kind of a story mode that we, as people who still want to play this game, can do. Let's go to solo. Let's do evacuation, baby. Let's do it. Now, evacuation is a specific game mode that is basically a mini campaign. It takes you through 5 different days through this little story mode of you either being the hunter or the monster. Right off the bat, we're going to start off as a hunter, where depending on how you win from day to day will affect the next course of action. And we'll see this as we go along, but this fun little game mode takes you through either being the hunters trying to stave off the monsters or the monsters trying to protect your planet. And while for day 1, we do have the normal mode of hunt, it's basically just the typical vanilla game mode, which is tried and true of the monsters trying to fight the humans, but the humans are hunting down the monster. But later on, as we'll see, there's also going to be some different game modes that are a little bit of a twist. For this first day, we choose to do probably the class that I play the most. Well, I did play both Medic and Trapper a lot. As mentioned before, Trapper is my favorite class. And why just play your favorite class if you're not going to play your favorite character? Next, we got the boy, the G. I don't know why, but a lot of classes, I like playing the Recon class that has like a pet bird. A pet flying animal. I don't know what it is. Now for both Hunter and the Monster, in order to give even more unique gameplay every single time you play, the game also gives you a perk system. So going into the game, you actually get to pick a perk you want to use. These perks have a lot of different options, from just making your damage better, making you resist damage more often, making your cooldowns of either your weapons reload speed quicker, or as the Monster, your actual moves quicker, or even just making movement speed quicker. A lot of these small perks aren't massive in just breaking the game and changing it, but it does add that slight flair of how you want to lean into your playstyle. Now, we do have the option to change who we are fighting, either the Monster or even our teammates. We can really flex and change everything around since we're playing solo. But since we like having a challenge, we're having a little extra rules to this. I'm someone who loves Nuzlocke, and so as a typical thing in Nuzlocke, if someone dies, they're dead forever. So we're doing that here. If a Monster or a Hunter dies, they cannot be used anymore. And another aspect that I don't really mess with too much later on is, for the most part, I don't try to change the team. I just usually go with what team they give me, because that's less thinking for me. Let's jump into this first match. Everybody's not loading in, but don't worry about that, okay? Calm down. Does have the different biomes.
Fortunately, the birds gave us an early warning. We're hiding in the bunkers. If anyone can help us, please.
On our way. Jumping into the match, one thing I already forgot, as we're going in as the Hunters, we get a little small dialogue. Again, the game doesn't give you a bunch of story right off the bat. It gives you a little bit of an introduction of what's going on for each match, and then it gives you a little tidbit of like, hey, here's the characters interacting. I always enjoyed this. I thought it was fun. It's only always interacting one character with another, so there's two other people who are just standing there silent, which is kind of awkward, but I honestly really love this. But yes, with this banter down, we do sky drop down to the arena to hunt this Monster. This is here so that the Monster actually has a little head start of getting away, because where we're landing is where the Monster starts. As you can see on the screen, there's actually some birds that seem to be alerted by the Monster themselves. Again, another way to help the Hunters out with finding the Monster. And as we give chase to this Monster on this specific map, we get to go through different kind of environments where we actually get to see different things that us as Hunters have to worry about. This is the flying trap. You don't want it. But as we continue to try to find the Monster just by following the tracks, we do kind of feel like we're not really making any progress. Where are you? I'm so sorry. Oh, tracks, baby tracks. Oh my gosh, all these different biomes. Oh, found him! Found him! Okay, trap him! Okay, now he's stuck here. All right, let's do the stasis. If I can shoot him. Got him. It's a little bit slowed. Yeah. I can't see nothing. My sniper. Gobi, get him. Gobi doesn't help at all. I'm at low health. Oh, jeez. He's going for me. You guys got him. Oh, we almost got the Monster, actually. You can fire so quickly with this. Wait, I want to get the kill. It's mine. No. So yeah, we were able to get our first dub pretty easily. Man, that was a hard fight, guys. That was quick. Jeez. We then get a cutscene of basically what happened because of our last match. This time, because we won, that means we got a benefit. Now, there's more birds that are going to be out and about in the map on next match, basically helping us to possibly alert us to the Monster. At the end of each map, we do get a little like colony status that kind of showcases of per day, how many have we saved? Have we saved this much, or how many have died? And then it shows us the auto balance that is happening based on who wins or lose per match. So if you just keep on winning each match, match, the other opponent, either the monster or the hunter, will be getting out of balance to kind of help level out the playing field and kind of make the game a little bit more interesting and not just letting you steamroll each game. Next map. So now we have options. I love this. I forgot about this type of situation. So med lab, we could rescue, save people, or weather control, deal with nests. We gotta save lives, people. For this upcoming match, we choose to play not only a medic, but we choose to play Lazarus. Now, as mentioned before, medic is the second class that I played the most, and since we're doing rescue, we're trying to bring people back to life, a medic could be kind of important. And Lazarus wasn't my most favorite character to play, but I did like playing Lazarus here and there for a medic. His favorite thing is the Lazarus device. As you could probably guess, it brings people back from the dead. Even if they have died, as long as their body's there, you could just revive them. Now, there is a counter to this. If you are the monster, basically as the monster, you could eat dead bodies, even of the hunters. So that's kind of like a strat you use against if you're fighting Lazarus. And of course, for our perk, we do choose to do the healing because honestly, we're a medic. We're probably going to get targeted a bit and we want to stay alive. So time to fight against Wraith, probably the worst monster for us to face because it's obviously the one that's about sneaking in and assassinating dudes, which it's gonna be hard to deal with, as we have our team of Parnell, Maggie, and Bucket. Hopefully we could win. Along with also Val, I don't know.
We were attacked. Everyone split up. But I can see signal flares. They're still alive. If anyone can save them, we can get the rocket back online and deploy the med pods. Please hurry.
Dropping down, we once again get more lore about this game. Again, I mean, if you want to know about this world setting, this is how we learn about it.
Remarkable people. The Pan-African Union drove the third wave of settlement.
Did they?
For them, we'd not have made it this far from home.
Thank you for the lore. Since we could just see the survivors just out on the map, we make our way to go just save them, and instantly I make a terrible decision. Oh my gosh. Oh, I shouldn't have landed there. Oh no! Someone help me! I made a mistake! It's rolling! It's doing the thing. Oh, I'm dead! Now, even though I could have easily been punished for my silly decision, luckily we still get to play the game if we want. So, since we're playing just solo, we actually can take over just the different computers, which I didn't even realize, which probably would make sense. If I wanted to make like hunters that I actually wanted to use, then I could just switch from 1 to 1. Didn't realize that was an option, but yeah, that's a thing. So, we got to decide who do I want to play. I was expecting medic, but that's not happening. Now, as a clarification, yes, our teammates do spawn back in after a certain amount of time, but don't worry about that. Who do I want to play as? Let's play as Maggie. Now, with our messing around, the monster was able to make some progress, which is kind of scary. Monsters at stage 2? Okay, that's cool. But that's okay, because we were able to pick up as many survivors as we can that are out and about right now, and trying to escort them over to the incoming dropship for them to escape. The wildlife is, there's something else. There, we gotta wait for the... Oh my gosh! But luckily, this time we didn't actually die by the monster. We were able to still be alive. And we were able to escort the survivors over to the dropship point for them to escape. Cool. And with that, we get a new wave of survivors to go pick up. Now, as we are getting to our next wave of people to save, I was feeling kind of confident. And we haven't run into the monster yet. We should be fine. Until we run into the monster instantly. And we try to fend it off for a bit and attack the monster. I know from experience that it's not really meant for combat. It's more for in and out kind of guerrilla warfare. So as we were trying to deal damage to it, it does eventually go away with some casualties of rescuers we were supposed to rescue. Well, that survivor got messed up, but we try to race forward to the other survivors because the Wraith didn't get all of them. So we were trying to hurry up and get the ones that haven't gotten by the Wraith. Oh no! No! Don't get him! Leave him alone! Now, with the monster basically getting to take down all the people rescued, we kind of decided to just, you know what? Let's take the fight to the Wraith and try to trap it and kill it. Now, when we did try to do that, I did went a little bit too aggro, got too close to the monster, making me fall down. And when the hunter specifically falls down, if they have their dome up, their dome will fall, which allows, basically in this case, the Wraith to just decoy its way away. Which is fine for us, because honestly, at this point, like, even though we did some good solid damage to the monster, we kind of just still will need to just our win condition. While we could win by killing the monster, we kind of do just need to survive and just go save the other rescuers, which now we have a new wave to save. At the next wave of rescuers, we do finally switch back over to Lazarus, you know, the person we were actually trying to play at the beginning. Remember that dude? Yeah, we actually switch over so that we can actually make use of his cool arm ability. All right.
Thank you.
Does this work? Yo, it does. Just instantly get them up. Nice, broken. And with this next wave of survivors picked up, we tried to escort them to the dropship once more. And hopefully, you know, as per usual, it'll go smoothly, right? Oh, God. Oh, my God. Ah! So that's what he can do. They can do that. Let's do some healing wave. Just a little burst of healing for everybody. As the fight continued, we tried to do our best as a medic to make sure our survivors are not dead as they keep on falling down by the wraith. Boom. You're up now. I did that. I helped the team. Daisy, stop doing my job. And with this second victory at hand, totally by our own work, definitely didn't have a lot of help because we had Daisy who could just easily pick up units. Definitely not because of that. We were able to get another benefit for our next match. Oh, now we're gonna have like little healing spots, I guess. Little healing spots. Moving on to day 3, and as we get to see more people that we saved, and the monster obviously getting stronger and more buff with getting its handicap, we get to choose our next map to select. We can either hunt, which is the normal mode, or we can nest. I forgot what we did. Did we do hunt at the beginning? I think you do hunt at the beginning. Let's do nest. Probably gonna play the trappers. We could try medic again. I think I like trappers more. We could play Jack. Jack would be fun. I mean, okay, using a flamethrower is pretty iconic to burning eggs, aka alien style. Yep, let's do Jack. Jack's being called in. Choosing reload speed for our perk, we then see probably the best monster for this mode. Ooh, Gorgon? I like the idea of a Gorgon for this. That's great.
Out inside the tower. We discovered some sort of eggs nearby and were promptly attacked by an unknown creature. A huge storm is headed this way.
Oh no.
We're not able to power up the tower. We'll be looking at a monsoon.
Monsoon! There's a bit with my friend group whenever we play Apex, there's a certain map where there's like a water refinery and we always call it Monsoon. It's a hot drop location, so we're like, Monsoon! Now, while I do love playing Crow as a trapper, probably my second character that I love playing the most is Jack. Now, again, he's probably not the best, just out of his abilities are kind of okay, but again, I just love the idea of a Peter Parker or a Deadpool, someone who's a little bit more quippy and quirky and is fun. So hopefully Jack's quippiness can help destroy all the nests. Maybe, hopefully. All right, let's go to the eggs. I mean, we already know where the eggs are. I guess we'll go to this one. Getting to the first egg, we were able to just shoot at it. I mean, it was very easy. We just all got there, we just shot at it, and funny enough, it just blew up. One egg done. Remembering that we actually have a map, which I can't believe I forgot, and we don't use as much as we probably should, we start to make our way to the next egg, where we do see some tracks, which do make me pretty scared, but we are still able to make it to the next egg to start firing on, which we're able to just, destroy. Again, 2 eggs down. Very easy, I guess. So at this point, I was kind of thinking that, like, man, I swear I thought this game was a little bit harder than it was. But once again, as we start to head to the next egg, with only 2 eggs left, we find some tracks, which do seem a little suspicious. Terrifying. Oh, minions. I was like, what? I forgot. I think the monster can hatch the eggs if they want, and it just makes the monster show up. Oh, well, I'm down. I got bodied. Once we are able to get picked back up, we try to rejoin the fight and try to help out, including trying to trap the monster, just destroy it, since it's only at stage 1, so theoretically it should be an easy fight. I don't think the Gorgon's very much a melee dude. Oh, it does have help though, I guess. It's just terrifying. Having just a mini, what's called a Goliath on your squad is kind of terrifying. Stay back. I went down. We almost lost lives, dude. The monster wins! Jack died! No! Out of all the ones I thought we were gonna lose, I didn't think it was that one. Not the monsoon! I guess the monster did have like two advantages, right? Yeah. Which might have helped with the little baby guy Goliath on his squad. Alright, so because we lost, we can't use any of the people that died. So Jack, Hyde, Bucket, and there was one more. Oh, it was Sunny. Yeah. We can't use those 4 anymore. They are dead. For day 4, since day 5, actually the final day, is a unique mode that is specific to just the final day, we decided to do hunt because, 1, we haven't done hunt, and I'm failing to do hunt, and didn't really care to do rescue. So we did hunt. We can't play Jack anymore. Jack died. Sad day. We'll play Abe, though. After picking Abe, because he has a weird ability that's about basically shooting little tracker dots into either the monster's food or either the monster to track it, which I thought would be kind of fun to play. We do remember that, no, it wasn't Sunny that died, because that would be 2 supports, but actually it was Slim. Oh, we lost Slim. Slim died. I think he was one in there. Yeah, Slim died. What a shame. Now, with our first loss and losing some hunters that we really loved, I tried to do our best to give us a speech to help with morale. We lost some troop, men. But today, we're gonna continue against the foes, the fiends. I mean, I don't know why we're on this planet. Probably not for good reasons. Probably like typical space corporation try to like mess up the planet, but you know what? Monsters' fault. We're the humans, sometimes maybe. So we deserve better. We deserve the right to strip mine this planet. Can't say for sure that the speech really helped, but either way, off to the next match. Grenade does, but we'll find out.
We were attacked by some kind of creature. If anyone can hear this, please help. We need the area cleared so we can bring the plant's defenses online.
Racing off to find the monster, we're able to find its tracks pretty quickly, hopefully because of the birds that the monster scattered. And even more quicker, we were able to find the monster itself. I mean, it is the behemoth, who is like a glowing rock monster. So we were able to find it and start chasing it very quickly. But this is kind of where I got a little bit too hasty, and I tried to trap the monster a little bit too soon. And when you put down the trap, there is a downside to it. Now, while anybody can go into the sphere, including the monster themselves, you actually, if you put it down, you can't leave, even the hunters. So if you miss, well, that's kind of a downside of not only is your dome going to be on cooldown, but also you have to take the time to undo it, and you most likely have lost some time where the monster can just make distance. Which, I mean, if you might have made this mistake, I don't know, a lot of people have done it, not just me. If you have, this could make you a little bit more impatient in trying to chase the monster and not really looking where you're going. So many of these. Ah! Ah! Thank you. But with those hiccups, we were still able to find the monster pretty quickly. Oh, hey, look, there's the monster. And yes, again, for this match, not just one time, but a second time, we kind of missed with our dome. Gosh darn it. I'm going to assume we didn't get it.
Anyone miss that? Another one coming up.
It's stage 2! Now, stay optimistic, even with our mistakes. We keep on trying to follow the tracks, and we, as per usual at this point, are able to find the behemoth instantly again. And we, this time, actually try to engage and actually, once again, 3rd time's the charm, try to dome it. Grenades! Grenades! Alright. Now we want to do the shield. Oh, no! Not the timing! With finally a successful dome drop on the monster trapping it, we engage with the behemoth, and the behemoth does actually pressure us a good bit. I mean, it makes sense. We are the trapper. If it wants to escape, it kind of has to take us down, which is what the behemoth is able to accomplish. sadly enough for us. But once we're able to get picked up because we fell, we are able to chase down the monster and find it and keep on being on its tail, not letting it really get any armor back. And after chasing it for a long bit, it wouldn't stop rolling. It wouldn't stop rolling, even though we try to slow it down as much as possible. And we are able to fight the monster once more, getting another successful barrier. We start fighting the monster and get tongued. Ah, he tongued me. But I then got a little bit too greedy and might have didn't take the high ground and fought from afar, but tried to get up melee range for some reason. Oh, well, I went down. That was on me, guys. You know what? Mistakes were made. After this confrontation with Behemoth, we had kind of a weird spot where we couldn't find him for a while. Obviously, we learned the reason why. He just ran away and just got up to level 3, which now he can actually deal with the generator. On the Hunter mode, when the monster can get up to level 3, which is the max level, he has a new win con. So he could either just win by killing us, or he can win by just going to the relay and blowing it up. So we kind of just stick around the relay. We do try to chase him down a little bit, and we do find him again. I miss another dome drop because of course I do, and we don't really have another like real fight. Like we have a few times where we kind of chase him, poke him a little bit, but he just runs away, and this goes on for a small bit until finally we just sit at the relay where we kind of have our last confrontation. Let's go deal with the power relay before he destroys it. After trying to slow down the monster a bit so you can't really get away and just firing on him a bit, we do hold off on doing our dome for a little bit into the fight so that we can do as much damage on it, because the dome only stays up for a certain amount of period of time. It doesn't just stay up forever. So I tried to be a little bit cautious, and then I tried to send out my dome a little bit so that the monster's a little stuck. Now, there was one problem with this strategy. I do kind of do my same problem I do all the times, which is like get a little bit too close to the monster. Ah! I'm just dead. I know I said this was our final confrontation, but I was wrong. Sorry. Turns out, yeah, the monster, as per usual, after getting its kill, runs away because it's getting pretty hurt, which is good for us. So it runs away to try to armor up, and we just end up waiting at the relay as we wait for our other teammates to come back in so that I can honestly just switch back over to the trapper, which we're able to then again fight the monster once more. Ah!
Hey, everyone feel better?
No. Nice. There is a little, what's it called, this monster. Is he dead? I think he's dead. Got it. Alright, well. I'm getting to it. 1 second. Leave her alone! Uh-oh. That's not good. Alright, Tolvar, let's do this.
Monster! You cannot escape!
Maybe I shouldn't play this soul. I'll do someone else. I'll be the supporter.
I'm amazed!
A trapper died. No, I was gonna heal him.
I'm down!
Well. Come on, Tolvar. I mean, me? Come on, me? Failure! So with losing this battle, just barely, we had it so close, the minions that will be featured in this next upcoming fight are kind of a little bit more boosted, a little bit more stronger, which doesn't really bode well for us. Place is not looking too hot. Ugh. Not great. No balance though. I mean, the monsters does have a little buff, but hey. Defend! The monster minion feasted on recent colonial casualties, providing them armor for the upcoming onslaught. So they're going to be more annoying to deal with. Got it. going into this final fight, we were going to play Val because that was actually one of the other medics that I would actually use a lot, at least from memory. I don't think my skills really translated to that muscle memory, but it was a character I used to play, so I was going to do that. And then I remembered that in this game, they put out some certain hunters that are kind of boosted. They're like boosted versions of the original cast. So like Hank, Val, and Markov. Characters like that have a little alternate version that's a little bit different move sets and are kind of looked at as a little bit more busted versions of their other self. I mean, the monsters also have this, so the Kraken and Goliath both have versions. So fittingly, we chose to do a team just full of these kind of busted versions of hunters and the busted version of Goliath. All right. Let's see if we can win. Let's see if we can survive this. Play's so risky.
The transport ship is nearly ready to launch, but we're running short on time. We need another moment or two to finish fueling, but the monsters are on our doorstep.
On our doorstep.
And all of humanity will owe your team a drink.
And jumping into this final match, boy, is it hectic already. Oh, okay. Oh, it's already going. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Now, this final mode, this defend mode, is pretty unique. Kind of has that tower defense mode kind of feel to it, to where there's 3 different stages of the map that have 3 different generators. And each generator has some turrets around it to kind of help you out. Now, the monster is already level 3 and has minions that are constantly being spawned to come in and help destroy the generator. You, as the hunters, are obviously wanting to protect the generator as much as possible. Now, there's the first 2 generators, which are pretty normal and standard, and then the final generator is the big hunkin' one that, like, if that one blows up, you lose. And as we try to defend against the one generator, the problem with having robots sometimes is sometimes they don't do anything like they're supposed to. And with us being the medic, we're not really the damage dealer. So we try to defend the first generator, but like, yeah, no, we couldn't really save the day if we're not getting help as the healer. Literally nobody. Literally nobody. They all just stood there. They watched. They thought it was funny. They thought it was a good joke. We do our best to try to kill or at least damage as much as possible the incoming waves of mini Goliaths to try and help our generator out as much as possible. But it was at this point where it just really felt bad playing a medic. I probably should have played like assault class or something, because playing a medic here, it just feels like I'm doing too little damage. And as it was around this part, when the Goliath, the boss man, finally shows his face. And yeah, no, we try to do our best to stave it off, including with me, with having our little poison damage. And we are able to chunk away a good amount of its health away from the armor, which is really good for us. The more we can do of that, the better. We do have an additional win con where if we do kill the monster itself, we also win. But the monster does eventually just run away because, you know, it's taking a lot of health. So that we could just focus on just the minions. We're not doing so well. At least it feels that way. I could be wrong, but more quickly than I was expecting, Behemoth does show his face once more, with his armor just back so quickly. And we try to defend him off, and we do lose our supporter, but we're trying to fight as much as possible, which does distract us from defending the generator, which the minions are able to just destroy. So we try to do our best to book it back to the generator to try to defend it from this wave of minions that got through. Which, after getting to do that, and the generator being super broken, we do our best to try to heal up our teammates and try to prepare for the last onslaught, and probably the big boss man himself showing his face. Wait, where is he? Oh, there he is. But quickly, even though we're trying to help out with doing our poison darts, quickly this battle just goes bad for us. It goes poorly. Oh, who died? Our support died? Oh gosh, that's not a good sign. I don't think we're gonna win this though. Ah! No! We lost. No! So yes, even though we were able to save a lot of lives, we did sadly lose, which did give us a little cutscene, but we don't got time for that. Yeah, we don't got time for this cutscene. We gotta go because we're gonna play evacuation again, the monster side this time. Yeah, we don't have time to watch this. Also, I do like that at the end of these like little evacuations, they kind of give you some like stat rundowns of like, oh, how much you like helped, how much you saved, the cost of destruction. That's always funny. You know, that little stats, it's great. It's enjoyable. But now it is time to do evacuation once more, but this time as a monster, baby. Let's do it. And right off the bat, I think I am going to start off playing Wraith. I think Wraith was always kind of one of my favorite monsters. I mean, I like a lot of these monsters. I think they're all really fun. Gorgon, as I mentioned, is probably my least favorite, but I like all of them. I enjoy them a lot. But let's try Wraith. We have our Warp Blast. We have our Abduction, where you go in, grab someone, come out. We have our Supernova, where we go extreme for a bit and just like, yeah, slash. It's really good. I don't think it's good to start off with, though. And then we have Decoy, where we can make a little secret boy and we go invisible with it. Very helpful. But I want to have Decoy in case we get in trouble. It's very helpful for us. You know what? We will do two. Two in Warp Blast and one in Decoy. We'll risk it. For our perk, we do choose to do cooldown reduction just because I like getting my abilities off as a monster a lot of times, and especially for Wraith with his decoy to try to get away from situations. I don't know, I just think it's kind of helpful. And that's what we're going to be running with for this first match. And honestly, after that first loss, I'm really wanting to win this.
Anyone read me? I'm over at the orbital drill. There's some kind of monster here. Man, why doesn't he just eat the damn striders first?
Yeah.
Some help.
And starting off as the monster, we already start off very different than we do with the hunters. Speedrun. All right, so we start off with the monster, and so they know where we're at right off the bat, so we kind of got to get out of here as soon as possible. Once we've made some distance, I do my best to try to actually sneak. You do go slower if you're doing this, but if you do this, the hunters can't see any footprints. And we do this until we actually get to some animals to actually eat and to try to evolve. Because again, if the hunters find us right now, we're probably just dead. Yeah! My food. After eating some creatures, we try to make some distance so that we're never in one spot too often. And whenever we try to do our little movement, which for the Wraith is like a weird like dash move, we try to do it in the air just because you can make some interesting distance with it. And also, I'm not sure if it will show up some tracks or not if we do it on the ground. So just to play safe, we try to do it in the air, which is kind of fun. And with this strat, we're able to pretty quickly actually get to evolve, which again, game plan. And as we evolve, as you can kind of see, you kind of have to hold down and it takes some time to evolve, and you kind of want to hide if you can, just because if the hunters do find you while you're evolving, you're just easy to get attacked on and just get killed. For this one, we do evolve just like right in the open, because honestly, I don't see anybody like around us, so I think we're probably fine, honestly. But as we evolve, we get to put 3 more points into our movesets. What do we want? So this time, I choose to put one into Abduction, one to Supernova, so that we have all 4 of our movesets, and then I put another one in Decoy just because it'll allow Decoy to kind of last longer. Again, Decoy literally puts down a little decoy that does some damage, and it allows us to be invisible so that we can get away. So yeah, I kind of do it because it's kind of crucial for the Wraith. We continue our little buffet of just eating as much as possible to get to stage 3, and we find a buff, which obviously we take, and again, quickly, without finding any hunters, we actually get to evolve again to stage 3, the final stage. Again, this is pretty crucial to get just because we'll have all of our movesets be super strong, which I put in Supernova, which just allows us to get crazy as Super Saiyan. And now we have our second win con, which is to go to the power relay to try to destroy it. Again, there are some strategies out there where maybe at level 2 we could have gone and try to hunt down the hunters ourselves, but for us right now, I just wanted to play it safe and get to stage 3. After getting our armor back up, we then start to make our way over to power relay, slithering our way over not to be seen so that we can try to be a good Wraith and do some abduction. Get my armor up and ready. which as we try to slither up and be sneaky, we do get caught by Lazarus. And while he is the medic, so I would like to kill him, I decided to just decoy out of there just because it's not the best time. I kind of want to get the pounce on them instead of them seeing us first. And luckily, as we were able to hide, we do get our opportunity to snatch Lazarus away and start dealing damage to first Lazarus. And we kind of just go in full unga bunga to just try to deal damage and just like, you know what? Confidence. We got this. So now I'm going to try to kill him. Basically because I played this game, I kind of know what is what. So like Lazarus is the healer. Cornell is the damage dealer. So you can like, oh, let's go take care of the healer, obviously, right off the bat. Stuff like that. And so now it's just aggro of like who can kill who. Okay. We got one. Nice. Lazarus is going to try to save the day, but it's not working. Okay, we got two. Nice. Good look. Abe, come to me, Abe. Okay, I don't quite want to leave them unattended because they can get healed. I'm slowed down. Die. Okay, medic's dead. Nice. No healer. We can eat these. Oh, Abe. Ah, I missed. Explosion. He can't do much. But lose, baby, lose, I tell you. And that's how you win. Oh. That doesn't look good. Yes. We murdered the people. So yes, with murdering the people and moving on to the next match with the hunters starting to have a auto balance, a little hidden crap, we have the options between nest or rescue. Now, I decided to do rescue for this day 2 objective, and I was kind of a little bit sad because I kind of, again, feel like Wraith is perfect for this objective, but I didn't want to use the same monster twice since there are a big roster and I kind of want to show them off. So for day 2 in the rescue match, I decided to do Gorgon, which I don't think is also a bad idea. I think it kind of works also with the rescue just because you do put down your little spider traps who can like grab people, and you know what, it might be a good idea. Gorgon. We got acid spit, we got spider traps who can snatch people, which could be really good. And then we got a web snare and then mimic. For our moves, we decided to just put one into spider trap, into acid spray, and then into mimic. I don't really think web snare is going to help too much. It does help with slowing down, but I think these 3 are pretty good. Mimic is probably the least best option, but it's interesting. You just make a little like decoy of yourself that is basically a bomb that you can like run into somebody and then detonate it for damage. It's kind of interesting. Maybe it'll be good, but mostly the biggest one is probably spider trap and acid spray. We also, for our perk, just choose to do the damage output more because honestly, we're just here to do some big damage.
There's a crazy monster here hunting us down. Wish he'd go for the damn Striders first, but he's more interested in us. We're in need of some serious help before it...
Some serious help! Yeah, we got him. Starting off our second match, I'm reacquainted with the spiders or Gorgon's weird movement option. Swinging on a web. Actually, am I going the right way? We spent our first moments in the match just trying to kill some monsters and gain some armor at the very least. I would like to evolve if possible to get to stage 2, but at the very least, we should just get some armor as we slowly make our way to our prey. Give me more! Which, not surprising anybody, we're able to evolve and get to stage 2 where we're able to buff up our moves ever more. We decided to unlock web snare just so that we have all of our moves, and then while I wasn't sure what to put our other point is, we decided to put them all in acid spray just to make it super duper strong. Then we finally make our way over to our prey. Whee! Spider-Man! Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Can he swing on a web? Yeah, he can, because he is a Spider-Man. That's how it goes. Hey, guys, what's up? So as we engage with the hunters for a tiny bit, we do decide to run away since our objective is not to kill the hunters, but instead to kill the people who need rescuing. So yeah, we just decide to try to just beat them to the rescuers first. The monster's right here. All right, got one. Nice. Yummy. Yummy. Look up. Here comes a Spider-Man. Hey, get out of here, Hank. Explosion. I actually have no idea how well that worked, but hey, here we go. That worked out pretty well. Now, as I did try to make it to the other people who need rescuing to kill them, we kind of just ended up fighting the hunters. I wasn't really trying to fight them at all, but it just kind of like ended up becoming a whole confrontation that we were just defeating all of them. We were just whooping on the medic and just defeating them. I wasn't trying to just kill them, but it's kind of working out. And one by one, we were able to just slowly take care of the hunter team. They're like, ah, it's a bomb! And get them that way. Which kind of worked. Alright. Come on, my spider friend. Get him. Get him, Spidey friend. Yes! We did it! Let's go! Very fun. Dude destroyed that poor man. Yeah, I did. So after another dub, wasn't expecting to get that win that quickly or even that way. I don't know. I actually kind of enjoyed Gorgon. That made me like have a better appreciation of the monster compared to how I had before. Before I was like, yeah, I don't really like the Gorgon looking back. But now, I mean, that win made me think otherwise, to be honest. But with day 3, now we have the option to either do nest or hunt. And honestly, again, since we've already done hunt, I like doing modes we haven't done yet. So we're going to do nest, which feels a little bit bad just because we do have that little buff that lets like there be more monsters for us to eat. So theoretically hunt might be better, but we'll do nest. Now for this match, I kind of wanted to do Goliath just because the little nest monsters that you make are little Goliath dudes. So like I kind of like the idea of having a Goliath buddy and me being a Goliath, but yeah, we decided to do a Kraken just because I like to save the Goliath, the poster child, for the ending fight. So we'll do normal Kraken. Death from above, lightning strikes, banshee mines, and vortex can all be cast from afar, allowing Kraken to engage the enemy while airborne. Aftershocks require Kraken to get close to his enemy, but the risk pays off with the big damage. It does indeed. For Kraken, we decided to put our moves into Lightning Strike, Vortex, and Aftershock. Lightning Strike and Vortex are the two that I'm really comfortable with. They're just easy to do from far away. Banshee Mines, for some reason, are a moveset that I'm just not comfortable with, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Also, for a perk, we do decide to do our abilities recharge faster, just because I like doing my moves as much as possible. I did think about doing, like, the stamina increase, which just allows our fly thing just be better and quicker and more often, but, we'll just do recharge. And after readjusting all the members of our opponents, the hunters, to actually not be dead bodies who can't be used anymore, we proceed to the next match.
Our air operator Mitchell trapped on top of the refueling tower. I'm out of fuel and can't go down there to turn on the pump. Came here to pick up the captured Goliath, but turns out there's another one running around down there. Its eggs are everywhere.
Oh my.
If anyone can help me out, I'll gladly return the favor.
As the monsters, we get to see all of our nests where they are, and I thought I could hatch them, but I didn't see it right here, so I just decided to move on and do our good old tried and true method of just hunting down little creatures so that we could try to evolve as soon as possible. Eggs damage? Which one? And while we are able to get to our next stage, evolve once pretty quickly, the hunters are able to get to an egg and start damaging it. So we try to quickly evolve, choosing to put all 3 of our points into Lightning Strike, just make it super strong, into Aftershock. And afterwards, while I did kind of wanted to go help protect our egg, we decided to just, you know what, we have plenty of eggs, we can let one get destroyed or so we're just gonna try to eat up. And after two eggs are destroyed, we finally do decide to confront the hunters. Hey, nice, baby, I hit him. Now, I didn't notice this while we were fighting, but it turns out the way to actually hatch the eggs as the monster is you have to either, I guess, have the eggs partially be damaged, or you have to have the egg be by the hunters. Either way, you actually have to go up next to it and hold L2 to hatch it specifically. I didn't know this. I was busy in fight, didn't see this, didn't notice this, so we didn't do this, sadly enough. We might not make it. I'm starting to see how this is going for us so far. It's not going great. We might die. Oh no. I'm gonna die. No, I'm not gonna make it. Oh boy. This is bad. This is bad. So, fleeing for our lives, we do our best to try to evolve to level 3. Mostly because this is literally the only way you can recover health. You can recover armor by eating monsters, but you can't recover health. Evolve right in the open. We don't care. Alright. Let's actually get some Banshee mines. Aftershocks good. Alright, let's do that. So yeah, we gained some health. Is it enough? Probably not. Where are the 2 eggs? Is it just that one? It really is just that one. I guess there is a time limit, which is helpful for us, but still. Now, as we desperately wait at our last egg that we have, something interesting happened. Something that wasn't planned, but you know what? I'll take it. Waiting at the egg for the hunters to arrive, kind of doing our last stand, constantly smelling to see where they land. We do finally see them come, but they then proceeded to walk away. They were right here. Are you kidding me? You're gonna give me the dub like that? Yeah, they are just gonna give us the dub. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, they're silly bots, I guess. I guess that's the reason. So we decided to have fun. Instead of just being slimy and just waiting at the egg and having no fun, we do go out to go confront the hunters just because we want to have fun. Technically, it's not the best play because technically we could die and we would lose. But you know what? I think we're confident enough we were gonna win. Yay! You just failed to destroy the eggs, you silly robots. They didn't want to show up. Weird. Yay! As we are proceeding to day 4 with all of our matches won so far, with the hunters getting ever more of an auto balance, we get the options to either do rescue or hunter. And as per usual, just like last time, I don't really like to do rescue multiple times. If I have to do another thing twice, it'll probably be hunt. So we decided to do hunt, which kind of, as per usual, kind of hit me with the realization of what's our actual boon that we have with our match. And I have a slight regret. A monster minion follows the monster, attacks hunter. You know what? That probably would have been better on the other mode. Now, as I mentioned last time of having the little Goliaths and kind of want to play Goliath because go with Goliath. Yeah, I felt that ever more with this match. I was like, ooh, I should probably have Goliath because I'm going to have a little Goliath boy so that we could be little Goliath bros just hanging out going hunting. But instead, I do decide to do Behemoth just because I am pretty committed to the idea of just having Goliath be the poster child and be the final fight. So we choose Behemoth. So we got a lava bomb, a tongue grab, a fisher, and the rock wall. I struggle to get the lava bomb off a lot of times, but it's good just for making stuff on the floor a problem. For our starting movesets, we decided to just go with Fisher and Rock Wall. While Tongue Grab is very fun, as we saw in the last evacuation, I just decided to do Fisher and Rock Wall. Rock Wall can be really good if you actually can aim and do the Rock Wall to split the party really well. And then Fisher's just very solid damage and easy to use. And for our perk, we just decided to do damage output just because in my mind, we are already going to have a little ally dealing damage. So if we just lean into dealing that damage, I think we could have a good time. And once more, after switching up the Hunter's party so that we're just going after people who aren't already dead, we move on to the next match. Let's go here.
Bring the plant's defenses online.
What? Now, the funnest part to playing Behemoth is honestly doing its weird, just sonic roll. I love it so much. It's such a fun way as it's transversal to just roll around to make distance. I love it so much. But as probably not surprising anybody, we do our normal strategy of just eating up and evolving as soon as possible, which with the help of Glide to kill enemies, we're able to do it really quickly. And leveling up, we do decide to finally pick up Tongue Grab and Lava Bomb, and then we just decide to max out Fissure, because like, why not? Why not do big damage with that? And instantly, as we get done evolving, yeah, they're here. The hunters are just ready to fight us right off the bat, and you know what? We engage. And right off the bat, we get a really good rock wallop setup to where we split off the medic from everyone else, and me and our little minion just mollywop this medic. We then just go from one hunter to the next, just targeting one and just doing some massive damage on them, taking out the trapper and then going after the support, and we were just getting kills left and right. The only one left was the assault who was trying to run away. So as if we were playing Mario Kart Double Dash, Goliath and I tried to race after the last enemy, the assault, our last prey. For a second, he was gonna ride us. That would have been awesome. And it wasn't hard to just start fighting the last hunter. Like, honestly, we had the dub here. We could have just, like, ganged up and just defeated Linux here. Probably Linux's goal is to, like, run away so that it can let its fellow hunters come back to life, get dropped, shipped in. And while it'd be in our best interest to just finish the fight as soon as possible, you know what? I was kind of feeling myself and wanted to stunt on them a little bit. So we took our time and made sure we got to evolve and make it to stage 3, where even though the hunters coming in to fight, I was ready to fight back also. And instantly we were able to just take down the whole team. Well, okay, not the whole team. A familiar assault class does survive, but we were able to take down the whole team. And, you know, again, still feeling myself. Instead of finishing the fight here, I decide to get other WinCon, destroying the power relay. Now, one thing that we don't see here is that in order for the monster to destroy the power relay, he basically just has to hold the attack button against the power relay. He will be interrupted if he gets attacked, so it would have been in Linux's best interest just to tag us a few times, kind of poke us. But with us having a minion, it literally Linux couldn't do it without dying. So she was just kind of waiting for her teammates to respawn, and we had all the time in the world just to destroy the power relay. Oh, that worked out really well. That was funny. And with day 4 decimated and our troops, our minions buffed, we are ready for the final fight. Yay, our minions are buffed. Even though the hunters do have max auto balance, so they should be super buffed and ready to fight us, you know what? I'm confident. We're going to get a skunk. We're going to get like a full sweep over here. We're going to get evacuation perfection. We're going to get evacuation brutality over here. And as mentioned several times already, we are going Goliath. Now, I don't think I need to do the super weird other kind of version of Goliath in order to win, so we are going to just do good old-fashioned Goliath. All right, so we got Rock Throw, very fun. We got Fire Breath, very fun. We got Charge, good, and Leap Smash. Now, we have 5 more points because we're going to be already at level 3. I think I know what I want. I think that's what I want. Yeah. Yeah. I think reduce incoming damage could be good. Nonsense, but here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, okay.
Calico reporting. The transport ship is nearly ready to launch, but we're running short on time. We need another moment or two to finish fueling, but the monsters are on our doorstep.
We're going to destroy them. As the monster for defend, we actually start off with just getting to see our little pathway before we actually have to deal with the generator. A little bit different than the hunters there. And as we actually make our way over to the hunters, we could follow our little minions, but I decided to be a little bit smart, just slightly higher IQ than that, and we split off to flank the enemy. Now, my game plan is, as we jump in to start attacking, is to just focus on the turrets. We don't need to fight the hunters, because even if we kill all of them, it's not a win for us. We only win if we destroy the generator. So in order to kind of keep our minions alive and we only have a limited amount of health, I made sure to stay in, just jump in, fight the turrets as much as possible, destroy as many as we can, and then once we kind of lose all of our armor, to just run away. Good old classic guerrilla warfare. And then after we get our armor back, we make sure to go back into the fight, but not just by ourselves. We do try to make sure we have some minions at least on the way before we do this, just so that we don't take all the damage ourselves and hopefully have some damage negated by our minions. We are able to do some good pressure, so we're able to take out the assault. I wasn't even trying to. And then we were able to just keep on the pressure and just keep on like taking out every few members of the team. I wasn't trying to do this. Again, my strategy was going in, taking care of the turrets, and then run away. But because the hunters were just fighting me, I just kept attacking them. I did lose some health from this. I didn't want to. I was really just trying to just take some of them out, just so that it slows them down a bit. But after we do take out a lot of them, we do then take our time to actually get our armor back, so that I don't just foolishly lose all of our health. And then I go in to actually help out with the second generator. Yes, at this point, the minions have already broken the first generator. So we go in, we try to help out with some of the turrets as per usual, and then once we lose our armor, we flee, we run away, and then we come back once we have our armor, which by the time we did, we already were fighting the last generator. And so I, as per usual, kept to the same strategy of focusing on the turrets. At least until we lose all of our armor, which we do, because these turrets do some heavy damage. Run away! But after getting some armor, we didn't do it fully just because, you know, I was a little bit impatient, was feeling myself. Just did some of it, and then we ran back into action. Uh-oh. Yeah! Doing pretty good. I'm going to take a lot of damage here, which I don't like, but, you know. Ah! Run! Run away! How is the relay doing? I mean, I could just punch on it, right? Oh, well. Yeah, I guess that works. Yay! We did it! And for 5 days straight, after the monsters fought back against the evil humans, with many of those evil humans dying, the monsters were able to take back their planet. It's a weird feeling to play a game like Evolve, where I have the disc. This isn't a problem of online buying games and not having the physical disc. I have the physical disc, I pop it in, and I still can't play the game, at least not to its full extent. I'm glad that there's modes like Evacuation that I can still play and experience and showcase to you guys today. But it really is sad to think that we're in this new era of video games that we're going to start seeing in the future where they just die out. Now, I know live service games are probably the more heavier target of this problem. There's games like Rumbleverse, which was an amazing battle royale where you're focused on wrestling, and because the publishers wasn't getting enough money from it, they shut it down. And the sad part is, that's the same thing that can happen with some major games in the gaming sphere. Games like Fortnite, a live service focused game, is only available, only playable while there's servers. Once the servers are gone, you can never play that game again, at least not to its full extent. And I honestly feel like that's wrong. Moral of the story, make Evolve 2. Do it, cowards! thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe. This took me a lot of work, and so I hope you guys like this video. I'm hoping to maneuver a way to do more of these. I'm excited. I love these videos and I miss them so much. Check out these videos. These videos here are not my videos. They are from creators who deal with this topic a little bit better, like Gerard the Completist here. He did a great video on tackling the idea of preservation of video games. I think it's an important topic. Go check out that video. There's also this other video that covers a little bit more on Evolve. Thanks so much, guys, and I'm gonna get some rest.